Hi and welcome to a new video on Scratch coding. Today we'll be taking a look at the looks block, this is not a pun, okay guys. We'll be taking a look at the looks blocks. So in the recent video we've already seen what the motion blocks can do. Now let's see what the looks blocks can do. As usual, we'll start with the first one, which is say hello for 2 seconds. This is literally self-explanatory. You type something into this box and this cat will say it. For example, let's type random stuff, and then you have another typing thing here where you can put in how many seconds it goes. Obviously you can't put down letters or words inside this because it's only for numbers, so let's put in 3 seconds. Okay, oops. Let's click this block to see it work. There are a few side effects of what could happen with these. For example, if you type something really long, like this, you can see that you shouldn't do that, obviously. Let's minimize the screen so you can see the whole thing. You shouldn't do that, but whatever, let's just say you do that, and then you click on this block, it will go like this. But if you make it too long, like this, which is unbelievably long, let's delete all of that, like this. If you make it long like this, like, a paragraph or something, like the character is saying a paragraph, and you click on that block, it makes it go really weird. Like the speech box is on top of the cat, and this is because there's no space for the speech box. The speech box only points towards the right, not the left, and you can't set which direction it points into. Well, let's try something. Set the direction to -90. Now it's this way. It still says whatever it's saying on the right. It will never say it on the left. And the thing is, this cat is too big, and there's too many letters here, or words in a different scenario maybe, that it just stuffs itself. Because, well, speech boxes, think about this, an enemy robot in a game has a hitbox, right? Well, speech boxes also have, kind of a hitbox, which is triggered when it hits the edge. So, yeah. Okay, anyways, let's delete all that. Yeah. That is one fault, but, doesn't really matter. There's also another block, which is this block. It just doesn't have a time limit. So, it says this forever. For example, yes, hello. Let's click on the block to see it work. It will just keep on saying hello. The only way to make it stop saying hello is to drag the same block out and then backspace and put nothing in there. See, now the speech box is gone. Anyways, let's connect that onto this block. Now there's another one. There's think. So there's in Scratch's looks blocks, there's 2 types of, speech box thingies. There's say, which is a speech box. Yeah. But there's also think. You think, yeah. But, yeah. So, it's just to express what the character is thinking and saying. So, there's also another version of this box, which does not have a time limit, as you can see. So, it just goes on forever, unless you drag out the same block, backspace delete everything inside that text typing thingy, and then you click on it. It won't think anything. So let's attach all these blocks on top of here. Okay, finally there's costume. I mean, not finally. That was just me being stupid. There's also costumes. So there's switch costume to costume 2 or costume 1. There's next costume, which moves it to the next costume. Here's the thing. If you use next costume or next backdrop, if you have 10 backdrops, right, and then you're on the 10th one and you press next backdrop, it'll go to the first backdrop, because obviously it can't just create an 11th backdrop itself. So the costumes editor is in here and stuff. So you can see the Scratch Cat already has 2 default costumes, and yeah. There's also switch backdrop to a certain backdrop and next backdrop. And then finally there's change size by 10. I mean, not finally. Why do I keep on saying finally? That's weird. There's also size things, so you can change size by 10. But yeah. And there's also, you can set the percentage of the size, which is generally just the size. And then there's change color effect by 25. If you see closely, there's a drop down menu here. There's 7 different effects. The color effect changes the color by 25, obviously. The fisheye effect kind of makes it kind of makes the character swirl in the middle. Yeah, like that. The wall effect makes it wall, which is really weird. Like that. Okay, that just looks weird. And then the pixelate effect obviously pixelates the sprite. Yeah. The mosaic effect kind of duplicates the sprite. It's hard to say, but I'll just show you. Yeah, it basically duplicates the sprite by 25. And then brightness effect changes the brightness of the character sprite. And then the ghost effect makes the sprite fade out. Yeah. If you set ghost effect to 100, you won't see the sprite, but the thing so usually if you use a hide block, which we will get to later, which hides a sprite completely, you cannot do any scripts while the sprite is hidden. But if you use change ghost effect by 100, you will hide the sprite, but the blocks inside the sprite still work. Yeah, so if I change the ghost effect by 99, it's still visible. Wait, is it visible? Okay, let's just set the size really big. So you can't see it. If I do 95, you can see it. Can we not? Okay, let's do 80. Oh, okay, no, we have to do -5, so... Okay, it's clearer where the sprite is now. But if you just do change ghost effect by 100, it will disappear. No more. But as I said, the blocks inside the sprite will still work, which is handy. There's also setting the color fisheye, wall, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, or ghost effect to a certain number. Okay. That finally in whatever subsection is in, there's also clear graphic effects, which clears all the effects you did on it, except for like switching a costume. Like it clears the effects, like the size and the color, fisheye, wall, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, and ghost effect. And there's also show, which shows a sprite if it's not already shown, hide, which hides the sprite completely and disables the use of blocks within the sprite. Go to front layer or back layer, self-explanatory. Go forward or backward 1 layer, self-explanatory. And there's also imports. Costume number, which is the input of the costume number the sprite is currently wearing. Backdrop number, which is the variable of the backdrop number, which is currently being used. And there's also size, which is just the size. Self-explanatory. And as I said last time, I think I said it, you drag these things into here. For example, if the costume number is 1, it's 1, right? Oh, oops, we have to clear the graphic effects. Oops, yikes. Whatever, it's turned down, no one cares. So, the costume number is 1. So, we put this over here. Oh no. We put this over here. So basically, this weird circle thingy holds the value 1 currently. And then if I input it into something like this, it will be change size by costume number. So the costume number is 1, so just change the size by 1. You can see it slowly growing in size because the costume number is 1. And if you change the size by 1, well, after 100 clicks, you'll be doubling the size. If it started at size 100. So anyways, I think that's it for this class of blocks or something. Yeah, I hope you learned something. And if you did not watch my recent videos, go ahead and watch them now. Like, subscribe, and, thanks for watching this. I hope you learned something and, go to be a great dude. Yeah. Bye.